is a Fox 10 News Alert.
And welcome everyone here to News Now. Sky Fox Aerials, we are covering this here for you live. A Phoenix police officer seriously injured in an accident. And we're bringing this to you right here on News Now. If you're just joining us here from Fox 10, welcome as we are continuing to monitor this very tough situation where a news conference is happening at any moment. I'm joined by, of course, Ron Hoon, as always, as this incident continues.
All right, so we have the pictures coming in from the scene of the accident. You had an officer out there on patrol duty, and it was around 9, I believe, that we got word of the accident, and then very quickly after that we learned just how serious in nature this accident was. The officer was rushed. There you can see now the pictures coming in from we have multiple locations here that we're covering for you. We've got the accident scene itself, which is out there, 75th Avenue, very close to Indian School Road. And that, of course, is the scene of where the accident itself took place. And then we've got live pictures coming in from the hospital, which, we got a lot of very, very good hospitals with first-rate medical facilities, especially when it comes to emergency care. But our understanding was that this officer was rushed to the hospital in extremely critical condition. And all of this, again, just to kind of give you a timeline of events, it was at about 8:30 this morning, just 90 minutes ago, that the accident itself happened. We're still kind of sorting out the details there in terms of how the accident happened specifically, but as you can see, there was some damage done certainly to one vehicle and perhaps to a second. And then when you had an officer who was hit by a police car, first responders were there almost immediately. Backup was there as well. And then the officer was taken several miles to one of the larger medical facilities here in the Metro Phoenix area, the Banner Good Samaritan. That is the hospital, if you're not familiar with it, that you may have seen a new medical tower rising just north of the I-10 freeway in downtown Phoenix over the course of this past year or so. That is that's the hospital where they took him to emergency care. And then it was soon after that we got word that the chief of police was en route to the hospital. And then we heard that the chief was preparing to make remarks.
And Ron, this really just shows you how really at any moment a police officer's life is at risk. And when they leave that door in the morning or whenever their shift is about to begin, they don't know if they're going to be able to come back.
Yeah, Mike, that is so true. Over the course of many years of covering stories here, I've had the opportunity to interact a number of times with the people with what's known as the 100 Club. And that deals with instances where officers have paid the ultimate price and have lost their lives, or first responders in situations where we live in a violent world now and in a violent society, and we unfortunately have had so many officers fall at the hands of gunmen. But the point you make, Mike, is certainly a somber one today, where we have an officer who was out there simply, in the course of his regular traffic duties, who is then hit by a vehicle out in that area around 75th Avenue and Indian School Road. And then almost immediately they realize how serious it is, and extremely critical condition was the most recent report. And we understand the chief of police will be speaking as many fellow officers have gathered at this medical facility over the course of about, as the word is spread, about the last 30 to 45 minutes.
Right. And this update could happen at any moment. It was scheduled for about 9:50. That has since passed there, but we are awaiting that, and as soon as that happens, we're going to bring that to you right here on News Now, but this has to be one of the hardest parts for a police chief, right? To have to go to a hospital and try to see what the update is on a fellow officer that was injured.
Yeah, and at the same time then, you're going to have family notified. Yeah. So often we have officers who have children, have a husband or a wife, and the impact then is felt for the rest of their lives in many, many cases. Mike, it is interesting. This is happening on a day that once again we had to report on a member of law enforcement who lost his life. We had heard earlier in the week that there was a shooting where a suspect in a traffic stop up in the state of Washington. A suspect was pulled over, was armed, opened fire, and in that case, a sheriff's deputy lost his life. His identity then was released yesterday, and you've got a department there, for example, that is in mourning. That was in their 92 years of existence. They had never lost a member of their force. A small sheriff's department in Kittitas County, Washington. And the original reports of the shooting, there were hopes that the officer would survive. There was a second officer in that one that was hit, but the first officer, again, this is up in Washington State, a sheriff's deputy, paid the ultimate price. And Mike, it seems like almost never anymore do we have even one single week go by in our country where we don't lose a member of law enforcement over the course of their regular duties during their time while they are in uniform serving their community. We heard it just 2 days ago. They're up in the Northwest, and now the hopes of so many with the Phoenix Police Department and family members are riding on what we learn out of the hospital in the next few minutes. And a possible announcement from the chief of police.
Rick Davis, who is at the hospital, obviously, he saw a huge police presence there as they all rushed there to see how their fellow officer is, and it really shows you just how that thin blue line is, right? I mean, just how closely knitted they all are, and as well as the family members of law enforcement as well.
Yeah. I don't know if we've established a link with Rick yet or not.
Not yet, but it looks like we have the police chief come up. Let's listen here live.
Is everybody ready?
No. Stand by.
All right. All good. So we're waiting for that truck to set up right there. That 3-5?
No, I think that's their second group.
That's the second group.
You're good to go.
Okay, we're good to go? Okay, Sergeant Tommy Thompson, that's TOMMYTHOMPSON, spokesperson for the Phoenix Police Department. This morning, shortly before 8:30 a.m., one of our officers was investigating a collision in the area of 7600 West Indian School Road when that officer was struck by another vehicle. That officer was transported to a hospital in extremely critical condition. Unfortunately, that officer has passed away. He is identified as Officer Paul Rutherford, serial number 6403 with the Phoenix Police Department. He's been with us for 22 years, and he's a 51-year-old man, 51-year-old officer. At this time, we'll turn some time over to Chief Jerry Williams, the Phoenix Police Chief, and then following her, I will have some additional comments concerning this collision. Chief Williams.
So I'm standing with the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association along with Assistant Chief Mike Kurtenbach. Our community has a reason to mourn because once again, one of our officers was killed in the line of duty. Officer Paul Rutherford served our department for almost 23 years. As you would imagine, his wife and adult sons are devastated, as a police department. This is just another example of the inherent dangers that our officers face each and every day, and yet they put that blue uniform on and go out and serve our community. We would ask that you all keep the Rutherford family, as well as our police department, in your thoughts and prayers. This makes the 39th line of duty death that we've had in our agency. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Sergeant Tommy Thompson. Do know that we just need a little bit of time and space to get things situated and squared away. But we can't do this without our community support, so thanks to everyone who supports us and keeps us in your prayers. God bless.
Thank you. So again, for some more details on this collision, we're in the primary stages of investigating it. The vehicular homicide unit is on scene at 75th Avenue, 7600 West Indian School. They are investigating this collision. All that I have as far as details at this time, again, is Officer Rutherford and his partner were in the area investigating another collision. And while he was in the roadway, he was struck by another vehicle. That vehicle did stay on scene. That driver did stay on scene, and we're looking into this at this time. Again, with me earlier was the chief, the assistant chief, Kurtenbach, as well as the Phoenix Law Enforcement Association, which is the labor organization for our officers, and they're a great support group for our officers. I can tell you that Officer Rutherford has a wife and 2 adult children. And again, our thoughts and prayers go with them. Do you have any questions?
What was the driver distracted? What led to the collision? When the one that struck Officer Rutherford?
I don't have that information at this time. At this time, our investigators are looking to try to determine and answer some of those questions that you'll all have.
Do you know if he was standing like in the median or in the middle?
I don't know specifically where he was in the roadway. And again, I hope to have a written update later on today. And obviously, as events unfold, we'll keep you posted with the information that we have.
What time in the morning did this happen?
This happened before 8:30, shortly before 8:30 in the morning, is the information I have received.
Talking about the driver, you said he cooperated, stay on scene.
The driver did. I'm not sure. It might have been I don't know if it was a male or a female driver at this point, but they stayed on scene to cooperate.
Was she driving like full speed, or was she trying to get around the accident?
I don't know the specifics of that. Those are things that our investigation hopefully will uncover.
You understand he may have been directing traffic from a crash that happened there?
I don't know if he was directing traffic. I know that he was at the scene of a collision investigating that when this incident occurred.
As far as Officer Rutherford, was he 22 years? Was he in the same precinct? Can you give us some?
He was out of the Maryville precinct. He was on the 81 Adams squad. His serial number again is 6403. He's a 51-year-old man who has nearly 23 years on the job. 23 years of defending of being out there serving our community.
Did he start his law enforcement career with Phoenix, or was he with another?
I don't have any information about prior service, but I can tell you that he did serve for 22 years, almost 23, with the Phoenix Police Department.
He's a father of how many kids does he?
2 grown children.
What is the message
Two
for
men.
drivers today?
The message I would give to the community is, if you come upon a collision, make sure that you use extreme caution, because we have first responders out there, officers, firefighters who are working in that area. And we just need to make sure that we give plenty of room for them.
You know, people going by accidents, you know, they see it's an everyday thing, but, you know, these investigations can be dangerous in themselves, can't they?
Yes, anytime that we have to step into the roadway for any type of an investigation, it's a dangerous proposition for us. Question? Thank you.
Thank you.
What's the next update? What's that? Any idea for our next update?
All right there. So obviously very hard news is the Phoenix police saying that officer did die in the crash there earlier this morning around. Tough news there for not only the community, but everyone in the law enforcement community.
Sergeant Tommy Thompson did say that additional details would be forthcoming as the day goes on. Although he did say he had a piece of advice for all motorists in all of our communities, not just within the city of Phoenix, but as you come upon an accident scene, particularly in those first few minutes. You know, Mike, I was driving on the 202 freeway yesterday, and an accident had just happened, and DPS had not yet responded. It was out there near the Tempe Town Lake. And I was just noticing that people were doing a very good job of slowing down and pulling over. We do have a move over law. And while we wait to hear additional details of exactly how this came to be that the officer was struck and killed, it sounds like, according to what Sergeant Thompson said, it could very well have been an original accident. He had responded because you do have first responders almost all the time, it's a police officer who's there first. This is an officer that operated out of the Maryvale precinct, and if he was just in the process of trying to sort out the details as an accident happened, and then was hit himself, it's just such a tragic unfolding of events over the course of the last couple of hours.
So tragic there, and we learned that he has 2 adult children there as well that are really feeling the loss at this moment as well. But now we're going to go for another update there live near the scene. Our Danielle Miller is there with an update. Danielle, very tough news today.
Definitely is, Mike, for everybody involved. A lot of witnesses still here on scene from this morning. Some people who witnessed this happened here. 75th Avenue and Indian School, that's where we're at right now. This is exactly where it happened. You can see here the road's still closed at this time in both directions. We're told that this area could be closed for several hours out here. So definitely, if you're in the area, try to avoid it if at all possible. But as you can see, there are a line of a few people out here still. We're told that they are some witnesses that were driving in this area and witnessed this crash happen. So we're unable to go talk to them at this point because there is caution tape up. So I'm not sure exactly what they saw or heard or anything like that. But as you mentioned, Mike, still a very active investigation going on out here. A lot of police officers as well as witness cars that were in this intersection when this happened. So we're just waiting to get an update out here and possibly talk to some of these witnesses, maybe what they saw or heard. But as mentioned before, definitely avoid this area if at all possible if you are heading out. 75th Avenue and Indian School right here past the intersection, closed in both directions. It's said to be closed for quite some time out here. Mike.
Sure. And Danielle, maybe can you talk to us about the police response there that you've seen? That obviously you're back from it right now, but you see a lot of the police tape up behind you.
Yeah, Mike, there is still a lot of police presence out here. There's some marked cars as well as some undercover cars out here investigating exactly what happened out here. Now, we just got on scene about 30 minutes ago, so I know earlier there was a lot more police presence, but still a very active investigation. A lot of police officers out here, and as I mentioned, witnesses as well. You know, this isn't only just officers' cars out here. This is witnesses who pulled over to either provide aid or wanted to give their statement to police, but it is even further stretches down Indian School here, so from what I can see past us, that part is caution taped off as well, and several dozen police officer vehicles still on the other side of that caution tape. So definitely a lot of people out here, very active investigation still ongoing.
All right, thank you there, Danielle Miller. They're live at the scene where this tragic accident happened. Thank you so much there, Danielle. Yeah, and it just really shows you, Ron, at any moment, this is just so sad for the police officer and the family and really everyone in the community.
I think, Mike, most of us know someone, a family member, a friend, a co-worker who has been involved in some sort of traffic accident of a somewhat serious nature. And it's the almost instantaneous nature of the way these accidents happen, where literally just a second or two here in terms of where is a vehicle, where is the individual that is involved, and how it all unfolds can make the difference between life and death. And in a situation like this, you did have a driver who apparently came upon the scene. It sounds like, as the officer had responded possibly to a report of an earlier accident. We'll get more details on that. But the individual then who had hit the officer did the right thing and stayed at the scene, stopped, pulled over immediately, is part of is cooperating in the investigation, as will any other witnesses. But you have an officer's family who is changed forever. For the rest of all of their lives.
Yes.
But then you also have this individual who is realizing that they caused this to happen in the first place, and that's going to have an impact on that driver and other members of their family for the rest of their lives as well. So it just behooves all of us to think about a couple of things when we're out there in traffic. A, to obey the speed limit laws. B, to be a as they say, Mike, a defensive driver. You've just got to constantly be aware. I was in the process of pulling off of the Superstition Freeway the other day, and as I was approaching the exit out there, it was quite a ways east, it was Chrisman, there was someone who was in the who was in the lane next to the exit lane who just swerved and then didn't even look, and I saw it and was able to swerve out of the way. But you just have to be, especially in a town like ours with so many people on these roads, you just have to remind yourself you have to be a defensive driver at all times. So the speed limit, be a defensive driver, and then please, please remember that we have a move over law in our country, one that requires that anytime you come upon a situation where there are any types of first responders or simply even a disabled vehicle. This is the part I think maybe that some people forget about.
That's true.
If you have a disabled vehicle over to the side of the road, you're required to get over a lane, or if there's somebody in that lane, to slow down enough to give that person enough room to operate. I think we've all seen situations, especially along the side of a highway, where I think people are wise enough to know now when you see a first responder, whether it's an ambulance, whether it's a police officer, a sheriff's deputy, a member of the highway patrol, or a member of the fire department, and you see that, most people know you do have to pull over. But in these even disabled vehicle cases, you do have to pull over. And if you can't, you have to slow down. And we've all seen situations where people don't do that. Now, in this situation, there's a lot to the investigation to unfold. But we do know that the driver who caused this apparently secondary accident that ultimately took this officer's life did pull over immediately and is cooperating.
There we go. Well, Phoenix officer there with nearly 23 years of service, obviously gone way too soon. And we'll have more coverage and more updates as soon as we get them right here on News Now. We'll be back in just a few.